What makes Batman and Joker so iconic? It's not their battles or their contrasting styles, it's the fact that neither of them would truly exist without the other. Between Gotham's Dark Knight and the Clown Prince of Crime, the entire relationship that they have been able to build is something that you could really only call parasitic. The fact that they could only actively truly exist with each other, and if one of them didn't exist, the other one wouldn't either. The reasonings for both of their beings and the entire relationship between those two is so symbiotic in the worst way possible that they truly wouldn't exist without each other. The fact that how much that they have influenced and impacted each other's storylines for so long and been the main rivals for each other for so long is an absolute masterpiece and something that is truly worth talking about. Batman and Joker have the quite pure essence of a yin and yang dynamic, being almost perfect opposites. Everybody understands this. Everybody knows that this is quite literally what their relationship is the most easily categorized by, being two perfect opposites, two perfect catalysts leaving on two very separate sides of the map. The fact that they work so well together, even though they have so much opposing them. The fact that Batman represents order while Joker represents chaos. Batman represents sanity while Joker represents madness. The fact that these two are just so well versed in working together is the main reason why they kind of need each other. They need someone to be able to balance them out. They need something to be able to push off of, to be able to use as an actual thing to make sure that they're not just going completely mental at almost any given point in time. Their relationship is so dangerous for that fact. The fact that how their opposing philosophies create almost this perfect balance, making their conflict one of the most compelling stories in comic books history, yes, but also making it to the point where they just can't go without each other, even if it's the worst circumstances where one of them knows that the other needs to go for their own plan. They will completely lose and risk everything else to make sure that the other stays alive, no matter what the consequences could possibly be. As per normal, anytime that there's a superhero or a person dressing up in a weird costume, somebody else will do it also. So this entire situation with the birth of the Joker, the reason that the Joker came to be about, was completely due to Batman. The fact that Batman had come into Gotham and started doing everything that he did led to the crazies popping up also. Without Batman, yes, Gotham's probably still going to be an extremely dangerous place, but there most likely isn't things like the Joker, the Riddler, and all of these other people around. Batman is the catalyst for so many of these things being happening. And when we specifically talk about somebody like the Joker, his entire existence, the fact that he fell into the vat of acid, is all due to Batman. His entire story is relating to Batman. Before he was the Joker, he was the Red Hood. Just a normal criminal that obviously still had some extravagance to him, but after falling in that vat of acid, that's where everything kind of completely changed. That's where his entire presence in Gotham shifted so much, right due to that singular fact. The birth of Joker was singularly a response to Batman existing, and now him having to take on a new mantle, him having to become a completely different person. And yes, while we have stories like the Three Jokers, which is obviously amazing, that I'm going to probably end up talking about, the fact that, well, Batman is just the catalyst for so many complete chaos in his own making. Joker's entire existence is solely due to Batman existing. Without him, there is no Joker. Without Batman, there is no Joker. Like without him, Joker never falls into falls into acid, never becomes this chaotic, mad person that he absolutely is now. He never ends up going down this extremely dark of a route. The worst part about their relationship is the fact that it is an absolute endless game, a battle with no end. The fact that Batman and Joker are locked in an internal and external struggle where neither of them can truly defeat the other without losing parts of themselves. Batman has admitted on several occasions, while yes, he has wanted to kill the Joker on so many different times, he can't, because he knows the second that he does, he will never be able to go back. In every version of any kind of fiction that relates to Batman and the Joker, where Batman kills the Joker, Batman always goes down a completely dark path. He always goes down a completely dark route and ends up not being the same Batman that everybody has come to know and love. He goes down the world's worst possible route and just gets worse and worse as time goes along. It's to the point where he is absolutely just fallen into his own chaos every time that the Joker is no longer existing. While you might think that Joker not existing would be better for Batman, it never is. It always ends up taking more of a toll on him than you would absolutely think should be possible. And it's also the exact same with the Joker. While yes, the Joker's entire shtick and his entire thing is to have it be a situation where he wants Batman to kill him, or at least wants to have like this entire long-running relationship with Batman just to make sure and make him know that one bad day will make any person go insane. He understands that Batman is basically his entire reasoning for existing. Like, the fact is, when people say, oh yeah, what villain hates their character the most? Joker is and should never be in that conversation. Joker doesn't hate Batman. He is absolutely obsessed with Batman to the point that it is more close to a loving relationship, hilariously enough. Joker doesn't absolutely even hate Batman. He works almost so perfectly with him at times, obviously like never working together, but they work so well together that it is a very big situation where they're not trying to fight out of the entirety of the fact that they hate each other. It's just the way that Joker wants to be doing things. It's the way that they've been doing things for so long that it just actively works so perfectly well. This entire conflict between them, this dependency between them, the fact that they absolutely just depend on each other so much, has led to the conflict that drives both characters, giving them the purpose and meaning behind both of their existences. Speaking of the psychological dependencies, their entire relationship is just mutual obsession. The fact that they both are so psychologically dependent on each other to the point where Joker is obsessed with Batman as the ultimate challenge and Batman seeing Joker as his greatest test. Batman is the kind of person that is almost always trying to see the best in his villain, specifically with somebody like Harley Quinn, the person that the Joker quite literally broke, the person that Joker set to almost the entirety of the extent of making a completely different person. But Batman sees almost all of his villains as being redeemable, which a good portion of them are and can be redeemed. Harley Quinn being the main example, being somebody that was able to go back to being somewhat a normal member of society, or at least a decent member of society, albeit Suicide Squad and all of the other things. But she's still a decently well-rounded person after her separation from the Joker. Batman understands that his villains can be redeemed, but he still tries to do that with somebody like the Joker, somebody he knows can't be redeemed, but just will refuse to actively do anything about it. He understands that Joker is his greatest person to have to go up against, and he just will keep Joker around for that singular reason. As I already said, if one of them didn't exist, their entire reason of being would just completely be altered. Yes, while if the Joker didn't exist, Batman would have already been there, and there would just be a completely different power vacuum in terms of the entirety of the situations, but Batman would be a fundamentally different person without the Joker being the person that is always right behind him, being the person that he's always having to contend against. There are so many other villains that he would still be dealing with, but the Joker is that real big statement piece. He is the person that really drives a good portion of a lot of Gotham. He's the person that has been in charge in very different ways, the person that kind of has the respect of everybody else in Gotham. Without him, the entirety of the story changed. And if Batman doesn't exist, Joker never has a reason for being. Obviously, no masked person in Gotham, it means that there's probably just no crazies running about in Gotham in the first place. No Two-Face, no Bane, no Harvey, like no entire big situation of villains just congregating in Gotham City. While they might exist, it's never going to be to an extent of the way that it is in the active, like, just comic universe. It would just never exist in that specific format because Batman wouldn't be around. These two absolutely just kind of need each other to be the best that they can be. Batman without Joker or Joker without Batman is only working at half their strength, is only working at like half speed. And once they are put in together having to fight each other, that's when they're able to use 100% of their minds. That's when they're able to get to the full capacity of everything that they can be able to do. But please, tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section. Tell me if you guys think that they absolutely need each other, or if I'm just like completely in the wrong. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I did hope that you guys did enjoy this video. And if you guys did, please give me other ideas that you guys would like me to do. I'm going to be trying to post a lot more consistently. As you've already seen, this entire week I've been able to post every day for Monday through Friday, which is what I'm going to try to start doing if I can. There will be a good portion of time where I just cannot, and I'm going to continue like maybe just going back to like the 2 videos a week, but we will see on how that goes. But I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.